Sparrow one-person tent. Okay, I took it out. I was gonna take it out of the bag and then set it up as time goes, but I kind of want to do it. Have to be somewhere, and I don't want to bore you with the slow putting together. So here's the bag, and then I'm going to show you what the mods I did to it. I had these are deck aluminum clothes, and they're bent. So there's a bent here, and it was a ridge thing for another tent that I no longer use. It went across there, and it was the same size as these poles, exact. So I put this. I just changed this out to put it in there. Okay, everything else is the same, and it gives me that curvature without having this part right here having to. Well, it would work, but you know, it has a little bit of flex in it, and it looks nice. So anyway, I did there, and then if you noticed, the tent is taunt because of what I did was they have this too far down. They have it down here. So you know, and what I did was I flipped it over and I sewed it by hand this piece down right here. So I flipped it, pulled it. See, this part goes up here, so it's about a ½ inch. So I took it up a ½ inch all the way right here. See, it's much tighter. It would be here, and I brought it up here a little, so brought the tent up a little, made the tent a little more taut. Now I want to show you. This is a Sea to Summit self-inflating pad, which I coated it. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna show you. I got rid of the tab things and made this with my Kevlar because I don't like I'm not trying to get my finger in there. It's a little too. My fingers are big, so I just went in and changed them out. They're good. They work. They're little keeper, you know, the ring-like things, circle on there. Those are good. They're lightweight. So I decided to just take them off. Now, here's what you do. So it's pretty slick. This screen is just by far the strongest thing I ever ran into. It's silky. Okay, so what you do is, this is terrible looking, right? So we just do that. Okay? Just do that. Now you don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to crawl in, and I'm going to show you how big it is, and then we're going to put the tarp on. Yeah. Tarp on after. Okay. I see some self-inflating, and it's like a 86 long, something like that, by 25 wide at the head. So it goes narrow here. So it's probably 20 something, 20, 22 right in here. And then it goes down to 20. Probably down in there at the very end, so it gets narrow. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is the head end, this is the foot, because of the single pole. You always know. Okay. This is me laying down, and I got, get down here. I got a little bit of room. If you are bigger or a taller person, you're not going to like this. Because you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be, it's fair. I mean, you can do it. It's workable if you don't mind it touching your head. See, there's airflow. Let me get that zipped up again. There's airflow coming through the screen. It's very fine, but it's not stopping wind. The mosquitoes can't get in, and there's no CM's going to ever get in here. You got this much room. You got about that much more room, so you can lay something here. You can take stuff out of your pack and lay it here, along here. And you could probably get away with putting your pack back here, like in this section, to push this out. So if you put your pack in here, it'll push it out, and it'll hold it away from your head. Okay, so pack back there. Now I'm gonna set up. I'll show you with the 3-inch mat. See? I'm gonna zip it up so you'll see. It's a 3-inch mat. So me pulling that screen up, the top. helped get it off my head. Now I'm going to zip it up so you can see. There we go. See? Now it's gonna push into you. So if you don't like that cocoon kind of thing, you're not gonna like this tent, you know, because it's kind of like it wants to hug you. But it's a great tent. It's a great tent if you want on a budget and you want to go somewhere in this fast and you don't want to carry all that weight and you want to carry all that bulk. Okay. So now I'll climb out. The reason why I'm not myself, I had to have eye surgery, laser surgery done to my eye yesterday because a dog. We have a dog and he I turned around and he hit me in the eye while he was trying to paw me, and I took a real bad blow to the eye, so I had to have surgery. Thank the Lord for laser surgery, because it'll save you. It'll save you from losing your eye. They had to do an emergency. So I went to the eye doctor yesterday, and they sent me out that same day. It was like within less than 4 hours from the time I seen the eye doctor, the first one, to go to the laser surgery. Now I want to show you. TrailLark puts their logo on there, which is good because it's on the back side, and you don't have that hideous white. See, they could have put a hideous white there to actually reveal more, but they wanted stealthy. See, TrailLark. Let me see. I don't know if I can get the lighting of it. Like that. Now, they have these. Okay, I changed out the cord. This is Kevlar. It's like 1,000 pound, 1,000 pressure, or it won't take 1,000 pounds of weight, but it's like the torque end of it. It's like it snapped, like something pulling real hard. It take a extreme force to snap it. So what I did was I like this, what they've done here, but here's the thing. I took it to the next level. These are the mods I'm doing. I'm old school, and I believe that you need these. See, I put these, I mod these in, and I taped them in, and they're not coming out. These are not going to come off. All right. Okay, so this would tear out before it would come off. This is super strong Velcro. Anyway, I used this off the other old tent. Okay, so there's two here. All right, and there's one more. And the other end is crucial because it helps. As I find it, it's on the other side. See. This is crucial because it holds that pole, the single pole here, from doing this. So I put this here, see? And it's not going to come off. Alright? Get like a butterfly bandaging. Kind of like, kind of like here. Alright. It goes under, it goes under. Then it goes a piece, Velcro piece, top and bottom put together. And then I put these flares, these like the wings on it, okay? So now, and that kind of gives you an idea of where you're at, because you just look underneath and you know where you're going with it. So what you want to do is, not step on the stakes. What you want to do is, first thing, I want to lock down. I want to flip it over. Not too tight, just enough. Okay, so we can slide. Okay. Then we'll lock these down. Let's see how far. Okay, it's down here. You can always tighten them up after you get them on. I'm just going to leave it loose. Come around. See, it just gives when the wind's blowing, you got these anchored down, you know, you got the string on the outside of the tarp, the fly, it just pulls on the fly. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, we'll see what we're doing. So what's going to happen is once I get it tightened down, then it won't so bungee looking. Here. See this? Pole spread out too far. Alright. Don't want to tighten everything down with that first. These are good. These are very good nylon, very tight weave, and it's not crap. It's not the crap weave that most of them tend to get. They skip on that. Very good buckles. Oh, okay, so here, tighten here. There. See, wind's going in. Okay. Now, see this? You adjust this. Don't forget the anchor point here. Okay. I wish I had been able to put an anchor point here, but that's okay. All right, so it's going to move a little bit. That's locked. All right, here. Yeah. Alright, those are tight. Okay. Now. Alright, I'm gonna do the back. Now, later on, I'm gonna order me. I got bungee cord. I got stretchy cord coming. I'm gonna put a stretchy cord for here instead of a static. So when the wind's blowing into it, it'll let it give a little bit, and then it'll spring back. Okay. This is good the way it is, but I like to have the wind be able to push. And this could have been more this way, but that's okay. All right, so right there. All right, now. Then, I will show you what I did over here. I'm going to show you the TrailLark. They put their logo here on zip. You know, they sewed it in, so it's not broadcasting to the world that you got a tent and they can see the wording on it. When people get close enough, they can tell what you got. Now, what I did was I put a stretchy cord, which I'm going to do on the back. See here? Now, I put a ring, see a little ring thing, circle, so I can get it in there. So it's not pulling it. So what it's doing, it's putting force here and here instead of just one space. Okay. So what I do is you do this. You can go tight, not too tight. You don't want to go where you got a little flex in the thing. You don't want to do too much because then you know it's not too good. You want a little bit loose. So I'll show you why. It's not good in the Crocs. I do wear other shoes. I just don't care when I'm out here doing stuff like this. I like to be comfortable. So if you notice, right off the bat, by having the bungee instead of having static string, I'm losing this one. It's not staying in place. It's actually moving. It's actually pulling it towards itself and taking up the slack. Okay, see, very good Velcro. See that? Now, see, I didn't get it a little tighter, which I should have. You know, anyway, we live and learn. But But anyway, I should have went a little tighter. If I went a little tighter, then it would have been alright. Alright, now, so right here, well, oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to guide it out, show you what it does, guide it out. I don't know why you get 4 guidelines, because you only need 3, unless there's somebody can let me know where the other 2 go, because I don't see a place for them. Anyway, these are nice. I kept these except for this Kevlar. And then you don't want to go too tight. And adjust. Just like that. You don't want them way out here. You don't want them way out here because you just have yourself tripping over them. Yeah, I want to make really tight. Alright. These are MSR Groundhog 7-inch 10 spikes right here. Kind of an angle here. Okay. Take up the slack. A little bit, see that? Now, we'll show you what this does. See? If the wind's blowing, it's blowing, it's not allowing this stuff to whip around and then eventually rip the tarp off, which this is good, you don't get any wind under, but once it gets wind underneath here, it'll rip this tarp off because there's nothing holding it except here. Okay. Now, here's what I did. Here's an upgrade. I put a thing here. See this right here? This is a fishing line, very strong, and it's for, you know, like you catch fish and then you hook them in, you throw them in the water. This is mold resistant, very strong. So I put those on there, and I have a thing where I can just unclip. See, unclip and go. See? Okay, you got your reflective here and here and there. All right. People in the back. So right here, the cool thing about this tent, if you set it up right, let me show you right here. You set it up right, you got air. If you set it up right, which I probably need to move things over again, like the pole. If you set it up right, you should have air going through here. Okay, air should be getting through there. That way you get some ventilation. So, because the cool thing about this tent is that you want to put this in the wind area. This is because it's smaller and it's like a fish trying to cut through the water. Well, if you had a broad end try to cut through the water, it would put a lot of pressure on the tent, and like if you're in a boat, the boat has a narrow end on the front, which I'm not trying to educate, it's just saying for an example, and the back end is wide because it needs to be wide because that's where you're setting, and that's where you need that whole entire bigger area for you to have balance. The front end has it where you can move back and forth, you know, same as this. So this is very aerodynamic. The wind won't, your side winds is going to push in, but that's okay because it's going to flatten it here, and this ridge pole is going to stay strong. And its anchor points are good in case the wind comes around and grabs the back end. So I'm gonna see how I got it real tight again. So I got to do that. So I probably wish I had a thing where I put on here where I can adjust it. I may put me adjuster thing on here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put an adjustment thing so I can adjust it. So what you do is you want to loosen that up, because if you don't, you can't tighten it up again. See? See, I got everything. See, I tightened everything up. I tightened up. So what you're going to have to do is make sure when you're doing all that, when you're doing the tarp, is that you loosen the tent up, and then close the door. Okay. Tarp on, zip the door, then adjust. See how everything's tight? Like that. Gotta be careful because this stuff is very thin, and it's real lightweight, and it's kind of. So now pull it out. See, I did it wrong. I'm doing it in a hurry, but so first the tarp, then tight. Okay, this is good. Then adjust. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got the pin on. See, here's the pin. See, pin here. Airflow. Get through there. If you want to get some airflow, then you can put it towards where the wind's blowing. But you don't want to have it for the storm if you're leaving it overnight. This should be the back end of the wind. Anyhow, nothing's going to stay perfect in its place because of the single pole right here. Overall, this is by far one of the best tents I've ever owned. And I've had a lot of tents, and I've destroyed a lot of them by taking them apart, tinkering with them because they were junk, and I was trying to make them better. And which I didn't tear them up, I could no longer take them into a higher plane of existence or comfort. This is great. This is a really great tent for 150 bucks. I would say if they work on a few key points, this is a 300 plus tent on its own, just the way it is right now. But if you put deck poles and if this thing had a deck pole set up, man, it would be the price would go up. But you don't need deck poles. You just need to make sure that you put the tent and guide it out, and make sure you put it in a situation where the wind's not blowing in this direction or the backside too. Anyway, God bless. Thank you for watching.